All right, everyone. Week 2, day number 3 of March Madness, and I am continuing on my favorite Transformers figures, action figures, toys, whatever you want to call them, for this week. And we're going by color. Hope you're not getting green with envy. These puns are terrible, aren't they? Well, we got a long while for March Madness to keep going, so stick with it. But today's figure is not an official Transformer. This is part of the third-party scene where you have other companies making unofficial versions of Transformers figures. If you're not aware of it, it's okay. But this is Make Toys Iron Will. This is a masterpiece scaled version of the Generation 1 Transformers character, Hardhead. Hardhead was a headmaster from the later parts of Generation 1. So this is the later 80s, which I was born in 1986, and when it came to Transformers toys, I very much got into the later stuff. That's what I had. I had Power Master Optimus Prime. I had the Headmaster Juniors and some of the regular Headmasters. I had Action Masters and Pretenders and that kind of stuff. So seeing these kinds of figures from the later series get love is always a lot of fun because it takes me back to my childhood. Like, the Headmasters are really cool. They had a lot of really cool play features, or one big play feature, and that is, as a Headmaster, Hardhead's head comes off. Why? That's awful. It's because the Headmasters, the heads are robots. Or organic beings. Depending on what continuity you look at and stuff, like, it's hard to say. In the Generation 1 continuity in America, these guys were actually separate things from the body, and they would combine to become that character. In Japan, this is Hardhead. This is a giant robot he pilots, which I kind of like that better. And also, it's March Madness, so mech. But I'm not super keen on the characters of the Headmasters because really they didn't get fleshed out much in G1. They had a Japanese cartoon, which is kind of okay. I'm not a big fan of it. But I love the toys because in the later G1, they started experimenting and doing some crazy stuff like the Headmasters and the Power Masters and all that stuff. And this takes me back to being a kid. Plus, this figure is fun. It's big. And as I said yesterday, I love big bots. He's big, he's chunky, the transformation is fun, he can pull off all kinds of crazy poses, he can swap his head with other Headmasters from Make Toys, which there is one, there's a Chrome Dome, but also, like, he's got rubber treads. When he turns into a tank, his alt mode, he has rubber treads that actually move. Now, why would I care about that as an adult? I don't know, it just takes me back to simpler times when I was a kid when those toys had rubber tires. And it just feels like a grown-up version